In court filing, FBI accidentally reveals name of Saudi official suspected of directing support for 9/11 hijackers. Accidentally. To summarize the connections outlined in the article. Khalid al-Madar and Nawaf al-Hashmi were two of the 5 hijackers of A Flight 77, which they crashed into the Pentagon. Fahd al-Thumairi, a Saudi Islamic affairs official and radical cleric who served as the Imam of the King Fahd Mosque in Los Angeles, and Omar al-Bayoumi, a suspected Saudi government agent, provided assistance to Madar and Hashmi when they arrived in America in January of 2000. Bayoumi specifically set them up with an apartment, lent them money, and helped set up bank accounts. Thumairi and Bayoumi were the subject of a 2012 FBI probe. The FBI believes they provided the aid under the direction of a third man. The third man's name was revealed to the lawyers of 9/11 victims' families in a lawsuit about links between the Saudi government and the hijackers, but was never revealed publicly. A recently unsealed declaration in the case wasn't properly censored and revealed his last name, Jarrah. This is likely Maseed Ahmed al-Jarrah, a mid-level Saudi foreign ministry official who was assigned to the Saudi embassy in Washington, D.C. in 1999 and 2000. Jarrah's duties apparently included overseeing the activities of Ministry of Islamic Affairs employees at Saudi-funded mosques and Islamic centers within the United States. Former embassy employees believed that Jarrah reported to Prince Bandar bin Sultan Al Saud, a grandson of King Abdulaziz ibn Saud and U.S. ambassador from 1998 to 2005. Jarrah's current whereabouts are unconfirmed, but he is believed to be residing in Saudi Arabia. The declaration was by Jill Sanborn, Assistant Director of the FBI's Counterterrorism Division. It's important to note that no hard evidence that proves Thumairi and Bayoumi assisted the hijackers under Jarrah's direction, nor that they had any knowledge of the hijackings. After everything that happened with Khashoggi, how do people still believe the Saudi government had nothing to do with it? Trump vowed to help, according to those in the meetings. He shook all of our hands and said, "Don't worry, I'm going to help you guys," said Eggleston. "We left that meeting feeling elated," he said. "We were finally going to see the documents." The White House did not respond to Yahoo News' request for comment. The very next day, on Sept. 12, Justice Department lawyers gave the families the identity of the third man but under the condition that they couldn't publicly disclose it. That same day, Barr filed his first motion with the court declaring all the material being sought by the families as state secrets that could not be shared. "We felt we had been stabbed in the back," said Eggleston. "What a bunch of assholes. My God, it's never been clearer. We have to go to war with Iran." There's a foreign TV show giving the same name 17 years ago, in 2003. https://youtube.b/gx33hv_ybd. The corporate-owned tribalist U.S. media was more preoccupied at the time with ginning up a war with Iraq, on behalf of our allies Saudi and Israel. Where was the U.S. media investigating this angle? Why would a Canadian network have more information on the attacks than the US media? They were cheerleading the war with Iraq instead. Then they blamed the administration for deceiving them, when they should have been doing their own jobs properly instead of propagandizing for the neocons. If there is conclusive evidence of specific, state-employed individuals that coordinated 9/11, what is the government's reasoning for protecting that information? We all already know Saudi Arabia planned it. Largest weapons deal in the U.S. went to Saudi Arabia. Here's a New York Times article from January 2020 detailing the FBI, a Saudi diplomat, and Trump/Barr sealing 9/11 records from the victims' families filing a lawsuit to unseal records. https://www. New York Times. com/2020/01/23/magazine/9-11 Saudi Arabia FBI. HTML, I honestly would like more info as to what's currently happening. Seems huge, seems likely to revive questions about potential Saudi links to the 9/11 plot. 15 of the 19 people involved in 9/11 were Saudi. Think there is a pretty clear link. In normal times, this would be big news. Today, yeah, 19 years later and everybody involved sailed into the sunset with bags of money. The FBI right now. https://www. YouTube.com/watch, v equals NBC1FS30M0. Such a joke of a country. Killed hundreds of thousands of Iraqis and Afghanis because they were a vulnerable target and an easy scapegoat. Can't wait till everyone commanding these war crimes are dead and hopefully die a painful death. Why does it always seem like top US officials would go to any lengths to protect both Saudi and Israelis from the law? LOL, whoops. So then, there was a conspiracy after all. Good, maybe the 5G conspiracy theorists will stop burning cell towers for a couple days while they figure out 6 degrees of separation between the Saudi guy and Bill Gates. That was as accidental as Khashoggi's invitation to the consulate. Come on. Maseed Ahmed Al-Jarrah. Saved you a click. https://en. M. Wikipedia, org/wiki/the_28_ Can't drain the swamp when you're a motherfucking crocodile. It also shines a light on the extraordinary efforts by top Trump administration officials in recent months to prevent internal documents about the issue from ever becoming public. Does it not also shine a light on the Bush and Obama administration's successful efforts to prevent release of these documents? Friendly reminder: the US is best friends with Saudi Arabia despite its crimes against humanity/undemocratic totalitarian government because of its oil. Profit is the only thing that matters to an imperialist empire because it's driven by private business interests. The US is a corporation with a military unleashing acts of extreme violence and oppression to countries all over the world for the sole purpose of increasing its control over the global economy. Ain't shit gonna happen. Who insisted on squashing this? Bush has deep ties to the CIA, we know, but what's the interest in protecting known foreign cells? I feel this was more of an accident by a passionate employee than an accident. The Saudi official's name is kept secret because it probably links back to US government officials. Never forget my ass. Letting KSA get away with this was the biggest slap in the face to everyone who died that day. More proof we care more about oil than justice. And what the fuck are any of you going to do about it? Seriously. What if by some miracle it is revealed that the US government knew of the attack and who was all behind it and did nothing about it? Seriously. What in the blue fuck will any of you Americans be willing to sacrifice to make sure all heads rolled? Yeah. Not a damn thing. I really hate my country. What a shitty time to be alive. Deleted. Remember when Reddit downvoted people for saying that 9/11 was done by the Saudis? Pepperidge Farm remembers. WW3 was on my apocalypse bingo sheet. I almost have a bingo. Wait, don't you mean Iranian official? Or maybe Afghanistan? I mean, surely America wouldn't go to war on a false pretext. Someone check on Dick Cheney, he must be feeling terrible. This is huge. Wonder if Trump will keep fellating the Saudi royal fam? Likely. For anyone who doesn't believe that our intelligence agencies would cover up for Saudi Arabia, go read about the petrodollar deal that Nixon made with SA back in the 70s and you'll understand why we are SA's bitch. I know a lot of Redditors skew a little younger and may not remember 9/11. But to us older folks, 9/11 was the defining event in our lives, much like COVID will define today's generation. Americans knew that Saudi Arabia played a part in 9/11, but we were lied to by Bush Jr. and the media about the truth. We spent a decade in a war in Iraq where we didn't belong based on those lies. Of course 20 years later and the truth finally comes out. And unfortunately it's been so long there won't be any outrage. I've completely lost faith in my country. They think we are sheep.